What's up, queens? Welcome back. Welcome back. Listen, that's my favorite word. Me watching my videos back, I'm always saying listen. Because I'm for real, girl. Listen. Did you miss me? Because I sure miss you. I want to welcome you back to this amazing series called Tips on How to Win at Sex. What we're talking about here is how to live a life of sexual integrity, because that is the only way that you can live, or how about this? That is the only way that you can win at sex. There we go. Can I get it together? So guess what? I'm just going to jump right into it. Girl, let them walk away. Yes, let them walk away. Who is them? Okay. Anybody that you know, okay, because you know in your heart, in the center of your crevices, your heart and your mind, your spirit, you know they ain't supposed to be in your life. You know the expiration date has come and gone. You know that something just off. If you feel like you gotta force something to happen between you and another person, whether it be a friend, a family member, whether it be somebody you like, that's a telltale sign that their time is up. Let me read this. Let me read this truth to you, because this is something that I know to be so real and so true. But I think that we overlook this concept. We don't believe that it's true because we keep people in our lives that should not be there. Let me go ahead and tell you. Let me show you. 1 Corinthians 15, starting at verse 33, says, "Do not be deceived." Okay? "Bad company ruins good morals." Your mama didn't told you. I know your mama told you. Your grandma, your daddy, who done told you? If whoever told you, they was right. You know it. Listen, I know it. I don't know if you were like me. Growing up, had my friends. I had people around me. My mama told me specifically about this one friend. She was like, I don't like her. She really ain't good for you. Like, she kind of pointed out the trajectory of our friendship. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. But at that time, I was like, Mama, you don't know. You don't know her. I didn't say this to my mama. Sure didn't say this. But I was like, Mama, you don't know. You don't know anything about her and me. Our relationship is tight. But all the things that my mama saw, I didn't see at that time. I ended up seeing it later on. And the reason why she said that is because the influence that this person had on my life was not good. The influence was for my downfall and not for my come up. Why am I saying this? Why am I going hard? Why am I saying all this at the very beginning? Because of this. When you decide to live a life of sexual integrity, guess what? Or how about this? Even decide to pursue God in any kind of way. As you go up in God, there are people that's going to fall off. You like my falling off? As you go up, they falling off. There's people that are going to fall off. I had no clue that this was going to happen in my life. And I've experienced a lot of emotional pain because of it. Because I'm looking at myself like, what's up? I thought we was cool. We've been rocking it out since birth. We've been rocking it out since we was little. We've been rocking it out since grade school, high school, or college. Whichever friendship or relationship that you got. And all of a sudden, it's a no-go. All of a sudden, it's a no for you. What happened to me? What's wrong with me? A lot of times we take that personally when it's really God sifting through your life and helping you out, queen. Because when you make that decision to live a life of sexual integrity, everybody ain't on board with you. Okay? In fact, there are going to be people in your life who will blatantly mock you, who will blatantly not believe you, not respect your decisions, not respect your no, not respect your boundaries, and still want to be in your life and still feel like they deserve to be there. You know what I'm saying? And you, with your sweet self, with your heart, because you're so emotionally connected to them, you want to keep them. But God is saying no. Because he sees outside of that little circle, that small-minded circle that you're in. He sees outside of that. Okay? He sees where you're going. He sees the environment or the nutrients or the things that you need to grow. And unfortunately, let me not say that. And fortunately, maybe it feels unfortunately to you, but fortunately, that person is not a part of that. Why? Because they are If they stay in your life, they will be sowing seeds of discord, seeds of unbelief, seeds of doubt, seeds of peer pressure. Is that a seed? It's a seed today. Seeds of discouragement. Listen, I had no clue as I would begin this journey that my friend circle would get smaller and smaller and smaller. But now that I'm sitting here in my right mind, as I'm pursuing intimacy with God, as I climb the mountain of intimacy, as I climb the heights to God, as I climb the heights to better, to prosperity in my mind, as I climb the heights to forgiveness, as I climb the heights to more knowledge, as I climb the heights to freedom. Oh my goodness, I am so glad that everything or everybody that God said they can't go with you, I'm glad they're not here. That has nothing to do with the person. That has nothing to do with who they are or if things that they've done or said. I just understand and I see now. If they would have stayed in my life, I don't know if I would have still climbed that mountain. I don't know, or shall I say this, my climb would have been much harder because they would have been dragging me back. Some people in your life are dead weight. Some people in your life are just not on the path of the same journey or destiny as you are. And that's okay. Listen, I need you to see and hear this message for what it is. Okay? This is not a dig towards a certain person or individual, but you got to see what God is doing in your life. Okay? Peer pressure is so real. Let me tell you this. The people that's in my life now, if you get very close to me, okay, if you have the privilege, and I say that in the most humblest way because it's a privilege to know you. It's a privilege to be in communication with you. And you got to realize the beauty of you and how valuable you are. But if you get the privilege to get this close to me, that means somewhere you are on the same journey and path as me. Because my walk is so strategic now. My walk is so detailed now. It's so valuable. It's so precious now that I can't afford anybody to come super close to me and you're not on the same walk as me. Because if you're not for me, you're against me. Even if you don't blatantly say you're against me, or even if you're not saying I hate you, no, you're against me. Because what you're doing and how you're living is contrary to how I'm living. This is why God says don't be unequally yoked. That ain't just with romantic relationships. That's with friendships too. That's with friendships too. Because it is hard to live a life, a morally righteous life, when you got people close to you around you who are doing the opposite as you. It's hard. In fact, dang near impossible. It's hard. Why? Because bad company corrupts good character. Okay? It is being like a fish out of water. If everybody around you is doing one thing and you're the only one doing the right thing, it's hard to stand on your own doing the right thing while the wave is going this way. While you're in the wave, let me say this, not even just a wave, but while you're in the wave, while you're in this friend group or this circle, or while you're with this guy in this relationship and he's going the opposite direction. Let me tell you, let me show you how people had to fall off my life because I decided to live a life of sexual integrity. I decided to do this in my relationship, the relationship that I was in for 4 years with a young man. Okay? The journey, God was already preparing my mind and my heart and my spirit for this. I was just too weak in my flesh and in my understanding and knowledge to just cut it off right then and there. It took some time, but it happened. The reason why I let this dude go, on many reasons, but it's because he was not lining up with where God was taking me. God was telling me to honor him with my body. And every time I got into connection with him, every time I was, we called ourselves together, boyfriend and girlfriend. Some way, somehow, we always, whether it be every now and then or whatever, I don't care. We would find ourselves slipping up, find ourselves in sin, find ourselves doing the very thing that God said was killing and destroying us. Every time. And so I had to make a decision. I heard my mentor say this. The altar that you will worship God at the most, here we go, is the altar of decision. Ugh. Most of our decisions is, do I worship God? Do I put him first, or do I put this guy first? Do I put him first, or do I put this money first? Do I put God first, or do I put such and such first? This friend first, this whatever it is that is trying to be God in your life. I was at an altar of decision. Either pursue God and honor God with my body, or be in a relationship with this dude. And guess what I did, queen? Baby girl, whoever is watching this, I decided to pursue God. And it was a hard decision. It took me 4 years to do it. But nonetheless, God's pull forward was greater than anything, or that guy's pull backwards. Not demonizing him. But I'm saying, I'm showing you the power of the atmosphere, the power of the people around you. I know there's some queens right now. I've talked to some queens who has made up their mind in their heart to pursue God, to say, yes, I want to honor God with my body. And then after I talk to them after some time, they like, but it's hard. But, I made a decision, but I don't know no more because it's hard. I know why it's hard. Because there's somebody in your circle who you are allowing to make it hard for you. Anytime it's that hard to do something, I guarantee you, it's because you are putting yourself in an environment that is not conducive, that is not helping your growth or helping your decision to go forward or helping your decision to pursue a life of sexual integrity. I guarantee you. And most of the time, it's because you with some dude. Some dude doesn't have the same conviction or the same heart of God like you do. But you want to keep him so bad. If you stay with him in this kind of environment, let me tell you, I guarantee you, you won't make it. You won't make it to the mountaintop. Because the scripture says, do not be deceived. Because that means, if it says don't be deceived, that means we're being deceived. That means we think we can stay in connection with this guy or these friends. We can stay in these kind of relationships and keep our good moral standards and keep going and live a life of sexual integrity. Queen, it says don't be deceived. Bad company corrupts. That means it destroys good character. It destroys your decision to live a life of sexual integrity, to honor God with your body. It makes your decision smaller. It shrinks it. It spoils it, makes it go bad to where it's no longer of use to you. Bad company corrupts good character. It corrupts that decision. My friend circle, you won't find, listen, if I'm connected with anybody who lives a lifestyle like that, it ain't somebody that I walk with hand in hand personally, that is in my circle, and I'm confiding in them and they're confiding within me. Listen, I got strict boundaries, okay? That means we are together, we're walking together because God has something to exchange between me and you. Either you giving me something or I'm giving you something. More than likely you're giving or I'm giving that person something. But you ain't in my circle. You ain't in my mind. You can't have access to my ears like that, okay? Because I know the power of words. Faith comes by hearing. And what is it? What do you hear? The word of God. You build your faith by hearing the word of God, by reading God's word. But guess what? So does doubt. Doubt comes by hearing voices, hearing people. Have you ever been encouraged to say, I'm going to do this, and then you get around a negative person who ain't as empowered as you, who's not on the same path as you? I didn't kick my camera. And then all of a sudden you discouraged. You saying, well, sure, I guess it wasn't that important no way. I guess I can't do it no way. You done made a decision, then 5 months later you look up and that decision just ain't no more. What happened? Bad company corrupted good character. It corrupted that good decision to honor God with your body. Queen, I want to encourage you. Okay? 2 reasons why we fall victim to peer pressure. I'm looking at my notes. We want to fit in and we don't want to stand out. They kind of go hand in hand, but I say it them different ways. We want to fit in and we don't want to stand out. Let me tell you, listen, I'm so dramatic. Fitting in is overrated. I had to go through seasons of loneliness. I remember crying on my dorm room floor in a fetal position, crying because I felt so lonely. Everybody at the club, because I decided I wasn't going to the club no more. Because it got boring to me. What fun is it? Everybody getting drunk and high, shaking your booty, you don't know what you did the night before. Or you getting taken home by some dude and some dude taking advantage of you having sex with you. I remember seeing girls so pissy drunk, they had to be carried off the stage. Friends having a crowd around them, making sure they didn't get raped. What's fun in that? After I kept doing the same thing over and over, I'm like, y'all ain't going nowhere. There's no productivity in this. I'm trying to go places. I'm trying to produce some things in this earth. I'm trying to leave a legacy of beauty, a gentle and quiet spirit. I'm trying to leave a legacy of sexual integrity, a legacy of money, leaving some money behind so my kids won't have to suffer like we did or like I did or whoever. I'm trying to leave a legacy of God, boo. And when you around environments that ain't on that, they just doing the same thing, it gets so old. It's so boring. I love fun. But sin, you know what I learned? Sin ain't fun. That's debt. And debt ain't fun. That's bondage. Queen, you weren't made to fit in. I love standing out. You don't have sex. You ain't. Nah, girl, let me tell you what. It's an opportunity to let your light shine. It's an opportunity to minister to somebody's heart. It's an opportunity, oh my God, to make God known. And let me tell you, they may be looking at you crazy now, giving you the side eye. But I guarantee you, when they go home, they're gonna sit down on the couch, eating their food in silence, and they're gonna start thinking about their life and say, it is something more than life, and she's showing me what that is. I want more too. They're gonna be thinking about you because you stand out from amongst the rest. Because everybody around them doing the same thing, still broken, still depressed, still full of anxiety, still broke. But yet you different. Queen, you're called to stand out. Okay? You're called to stand out. But see, we don't like to stand out because why? When we stand out, it causes people to stare at us. It brings more attention to us, huh? Look at the pink stuff. Now, if I walked out the house with this on my head, would you not stare at me? Because, I'll make it look cute. Would you not stare? You'd be like, what the heck is that on her head? Does she know she got a monster on top of her head? I'm sure you would think that, right? Listen, I want to encourage you and empower you to get used to the attention being on you. Everybody got social media. Everybody wants the attention on you, but we want the wrong attention. How about this? Anything that we do should bring God glory. It should make him known. So that means our light is going to have to shine bright. So that means people are going to be looking at us. And when they do, don't cower. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. I know how you feel because I'm still getting over that. I've gotten over much of it, but I'm still getting over that. Let me tell you, Queen, keep practicing standing out. You'll get over it. Because you realize you got what people need. The people of the world, they dying spiritually, but you got what they need. Listen, bad company corrupts good character. So it's okay, Queen. Let them go. If God is pulling some people out of your life, it's okay. Let them go. They weren't good for your environment, no way. They're not helping you grow. They're not helping you pursue your call. They're not helping you get to the destiny. They're not helping you live a life of sexual integrity. Anyway, it's okay. What God takes away, what falls off dead, what relationships die, God will give you plus more. Okay? I thought I needed multiple friends. Guess what? I got one good solid friend, huh? And guess what? She's all I need. All I need to get by, You thought I couldn't sing? You know I can sing. God gives me everything I need. And in that relationship, in that friendship, guess what? We destiny friends. Okay. I had to ask her, what kind of relationship is this? She said, destiny part. I don't know. But God put her in my life and me and hers because our destinies are similar. We going places. I need somebody to help me get to where I'm going. Queen, you need people to help you get to where you're going. If they stealing from you, if they robbing you, if they throwing you off your game, if your goal was to make $1 million and they stealing the millions of dollars from you, you will kick them out your life in a hurry. I need you to know, Queen, that these people, they robbing you. Okay? Let me help you make it easier to allow God to do what he does. And I pray over your life right now that there will be a tremendous, a holy, a good sifting, separating. Okay? Because it's for your own good. I know it ain't going to feel good, but it's for your own good. Trust me. If you've been encouraged by anything of my life, anything of this Queen's life, let me tell you, it's because I've allowed God to be God in my life. And I continue to, okay? Through my tears, through scared, being afraid, what's going on, God? Through, I don't know. Sometimes being bored, sometimes being frustrated, sometimes being like, But I wouldn't change it I wouldn't change a dang thing. Because God is a comforter. He is everything that I need and more. And he provides his people, his daughters, good things. Y'all, that's all I got. Okay. Let this tip encourage you. Let them people go. Let them go. You keep sleeping up and having sex with old dude, or you keep going to the club, to a place that you don't even want to go no more because your friends, it's still in their hearts. Let them friends go. And how about this? You ain't gotta a lot of times you ain't even gotta cut people out, because it'll happen naturally. You know how many friendships, how many relationships, it was like magic. Like, it just, one day we was a kick in, the next day y'all wouldn't, where y'all at? I didn't have to be a butt to nobody. I didn't have to, in fact, I'll say I'm a good friend. How about this? I honor my friends. I honor people. I respect people. And it just naturally happened. And God had to show me. Because I'm God in your life and I know what I'm doing. I got good things for you. And guess what? A lot of the things, let me say this. Ooh, let me say this and I'm going to let you go. Oh, one thing that God had to show me was, yo, Queen, my daughter. I got to remove them from your life so you can get to where you're going. Get the treasure and go back and give it to them. Do you hear that? God showed me there's some things that I have to do in your life. There's some places. I got to bring you to this place so you can get the knowledge and understanding, so you can write the books, so you can create the products, so that you can get the knowledge and go back and feed the rest of the queens, and go back and give those people that you thought hated you or wasn't your friend number, go back and give them what I gave you, because they are still bound in certain areas and you got the keys, girl. I'm giving you the keys to set them free. Y'all, I just turn on when the cameras turn on. I do. But I hope you are loving it, because I love it. I do. Let me tell you, Quinn, be encouraged. It's okay if you got to walk alone. Because you ain't walking in for no reason. It's all purpose bound. It's all purpose driven. Get them keys and go help people get set free. Go help your family get set free. Go help those friends get set free. Until next time, Queen. Another tip, another Friday. Y'all stay encouraged. I'm about to go to bed. Peace.